Hello everyone, it's Hans from Kunidev. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install GitHub and connect it with Unity. But before we jump into the steps, let's quickly talk about what GitHub is and why it's such a powerful tool for developers. GitHub is an online platform built on Git, a version control system. It helps you keep track of every changes you make to your project, collaborate with others, and safely back up your work. You can look back at your project history, roll back changes, or work on new features in a separate branches without touching the main game. Now, here's a real-world example that I love when I use GitHub. Imagine I'm working on my Unity project at home. On my desktop, I push my changes to GitHub. Then I head out to a coffee shop with my laptop, pull the latest version from GitHub, and keep working right where I left off. No USB drive, no emailing files to myself, just one sync project, accessible from anywhere. As long as I commit and push my work, all my changes are saved and up to date. No matter which device I use, whether it's a desktop, a laptop, a Mac, or MacBook. Pretty cool, right? Now let's walk through how to set it all up using the GitHub Desktop, the most easiest way. Now let's go to your browser and type in GitHub Desktop. Okay, you can click this, download GitHub Desktop, and download for Windows 64-bit. If you're using Mac, you can use the download for Mac one. Okay, now I have already downloaded it. I'm gonna just open the file. Okay, this one, GitHub Desktop. Okay, once your GitHub Desktop is installed, double click on it, and it will look something like this. So you can create your free account, type in all your information here, just continue, and once you already have the account, you just sign in to your GitHub account. Okay, the site is trying to open GitHub Desktop. You can just check it and just open it. Use my GitHub account name and email address. You can just finish it and create a new repository on your local drive. Okay, you can type in Unity project. You can type in anything description, and remember your local path where you will store the GitHub folder. And this one is the most important part. On the git ignore, you have to find the Unity GitHub here, git ignore, and just ignore this license and create repository. Okay, now this will be the view of your GitHub Desktop view. Now let's minimize it. Go to that folder where you store the GitHub. Okay, this one, Unity project, and you will see this one, these two files, git attribute and git ignore. We'll come to this later on. Okay, now let's go to the Unity Hub. Okay, you can sign in. Okay, now let's create a new project here. You can choose anything, any editor versions, which is you want to use Unity 6 or the 2022 version, is up to you. And if you haven't installed Unity Hub, you can watch my installation process for the Unity 6 on my video too. Okay, now let's try to connect the GitHub Desktop to our Unity project. Okay, I'm gonna create a new project. The location should be near. Okay, just put it in the document. Unity project. Okay, select folder and create project. Let's wait for a little while. I'm gonna skip these steps and I'm gonna see you in a couple minutes later. Okay, great. Now your Unity project is already initialized, but we are not going to do anything here. Let's just close it first. Now, pay attention here. This is a little bit tricky if you miss the step. Just remove project list here. Okay, just remove it. I'm gonna explain it later. Now, let's go back to your project of Unity. This one. Okay, this contains all the project of your new Unity project here. Now, we're gonna select all, cut it, and go to the GitHub folder which has the git ignore and git attribute here. And we are gonna paste it all the files from your Unity project here. Okay, it's already done here. Now go back to your Unity Hub, add the project from this, and select the GitHub version and select the GitHub folder and click this Unity project. Open, and let's open it. You can delete the previous Unity project to avoid confusion. Okay, let's wait for a little bit here. Okay, this is the same project that you have previously copied into the GitHub folder. Now go back to the GitHub Desktop and you will see all the assets here, the changes file here. So I usually type in first initialize and commit 60 files and publish the repository. Okay, you can name it the same as the current repository name, then publish it. And now your GitHub already connect with your Unity project. Now every time you make a changes into your Unity project here, so let's try create 3D object cube. Okay, and we go to the GitHub. Let's save it first. You see, a new changes will update it into your Unity project. So this is like a save points in your Unity project that are connected to the GitHub. And you can initialize or commit it, create a new cube. You can type in the name, what you did in your project. You can create a description and commit the files and push the origin. As I said before, now if you already done working on your PC desktop and you go to some places, some coffee shop and open your laptop, you can go to the GitHub and fetch origin. If you connect the GitHub versions, the GitHub desktop with your Unity project, it will be directly copy this GitHub into your project. Easy, right? Well, I think that's all for today. If you have any more questions, don't forget to leave the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I think that's all for today. See you next time.